Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. This is such a wonderful recipe. We love cornbread. And so this is a recipe that I actually found on the internet or Facebook at one of those groups that of people posting recipes and like that. And so I love those groups because they help you and you can ask people questions and they can give you advice, tell you what worked for them. But anyway, I was looking for something really special for this video because it's dedicated to one of the sweetest people you would have ever wanted to know, Ernie Rush. Sue and Ernie are our dear friends from Kingwood. And one time they came over and I made vegetable soup for them. And so I had some cornbread in the oven because we always have cornbread with my mama's vegetable soup. And Ernie said, "Oh my goodness, Dana, did you make cornbread too?" So anyway, every time I make cornbread, I think about that little exchange and how sweet it was. And anyway, he was just one of the sweetest people you would ever want to know. I love his wife, one of my best friends ever, and his daughter and husband. I mean, their whole family. It's just the best. So, Ernie, this is for you. And I'm going to call it, because it didn't really have a name on Facebook, and I haven't changed it, but just a tiny little bit, the whole recipe. I'm going to call it Ernie's Cornbread. So I was going to show you, though, what I do to butter the bottom of your cast iron skillet. Whenever I am starting to make the recipe, I put it in the oven with the butter in it. And then it melts. Well, it's kind of going down at the bottom of the thing, but it melts. And then I just take a brush and brush all the way around it. There's a little bit of butter in the bottom of the pan, but all that'll do is come up to the surface whenever you pour the cornbread mix in there, and then make it nice and crispy. Oh, be amazing. And so the recipe calls for 1 egg, so I'm going to put my egg in first. It's a shame Nico's not here with me, so he loves to crack eggs. And what I'll do is I'll beat it just a little bit. Now, anytime you're going to add eggs to something, it's always better to beat them just a little bit first, because it makes it get incorporated to the rest of the recipe better. And then it calls for 1/2 cup of 7-Up, or I actually use Sprite because that's what I had. 1/2 cup sour cream. So I'm just going to incorporate that all really well with the egg. Okay, so what we have so far is 1 beaten egg, 1/2 cup of 7-Up or Sprite, any kind of lemon lime soda that you have, 1/2 cup of sour cream. And then we're going to mix in the Jiffy cornbread mix. Now, the reason you don't have to add salt or any kind of flour or anything else to make this is because it's all right here in this little package. And some people love Jiffy. We do, because we like sweet cornbread. It's just got this great little taste. Here's the package if you've never seen it. So I'm going to mix all this together. And one thing about cornbread, it's just like other breads. You don't want to just mix it and mix it and mix it. Mix it until the dry ingredients are incorporated, and then stop, because you want it to be tender. And then it calls for 1/4 cup of chopped onion. Now, this is a Vidalia onion, so it's sweet. And I think it tastes better because you don't cook it beforehand. You just cook it whenever it bakes in the oven. And about 1/2 cup or 3/4 cup of cheddar cheese. And then 1 jalapeno. Now, I was going to show y'all, this is such a large pepper that I only used 1/2 of it. But if you have never chopped up a jalapeno before, of course we love it because we love heat. But all you have to do is, don't be afraid of it. Just get out the rib, the white rib, and the seeds. And you do that just very gently. And then you can use it in really any recipe that you like. So I've gotten the rib out, the seeds, and if I were going to use this too, I would just go ahead and chop it because it's all ready. So here's our jalapeno. And then we just mix everything together. So it's not even that many ingredients, but I think anytime you add anything to cornbread, it just makes it almost a dish of its own. So it makes it super yummy. We eat cornbread all the time. We could actually have it every night. So this is still a little hot because remember I told you the way I melt my butter in the pan is to stick it in the oven after I've turned it on for the oven to be heating, and put the stick of butter down in it, or just, actually this was only a fourth of a stick of butter, and then it just gets all nice and melty, and it coats the bottom of the cornbread. The butter's going to kind of come across the top of it, so it'll make it really nice and crispy. I love these recipes where you don't have to add a lot of different ingredients to your recipe, but just a little bit, and it just makes it so special. Just we're going to have this with a salad that I made earlier and my mama's vegetables. It's going to be so yummy. So here it is in the pan. This is a small cast iron, but it's what I use all the time to make a small pound of cornbread, about the amount that you would use in a box of Jiffy. There you go. So it's going to go in a 375-degree oven for 25 minutes. So we'll be back in just a minute and I'll show you this delicious cornbread just for Ernie. Okay, y'all, here is this delicious cornbread. Look at how beautiful it is. Oh my goodness, and my kitchen smells so good right now. So I literally just took it out of the oven. I cooked it about 4 minutes longer so that it would brown really well on top. But anyway, I'm so excited for us to have this, and I'm so happy about this recipe because it's going to mean so much to us through the years. So here you have it, Ernie's cornbread. Thank you, Ernie, for everything you meant to everybody. Bon appetit, y'all.